What would you do if your best friend accidentally destroyed your future? Would you forgive him? Or would you wait patiently for the perfect moment to take revenge? This is the story of two friends whose bond was stronger than blood, until one accident changed everything. In a small, peaceful village called Umuoma, two boys grew up together like brothers. Their names were Chinedu and Emeka. From childhood, they did everything together. They played football in the dusty fields, swam in the village stream, and shared dreams of becoming successful men someday. The villagers often joked that if you saw Chinedu, Emeka would not be far away. Their friendship was strong, pure, and unbreakable, or so everyone believed. One hot afternoon, the two friends were playing a friendly wrestling game, like they always did. They were laughing, pushing each other, trying to prove who was stronger. Suddenly, during the struggle, something terrible happened. Emeka's knee struck Chinedu in a very sensitive place. Chinedu screamed in pain and fell to the ground. At first, they all thought it was just a small injury, but the pain did not stop. The villagers rushed him to the hospital. That was the day their lives changed forever. After several examinations, the doctor finally spoke. The injury was serious, very serious. Chinedu had suffered internal damage that might prevent him from ever functioning properly as a man. In other words, his future family life could be destroyed. Chinedu sat there in silence as the doctor's words echoed in his head. His dreams, his future, everything suddenly felt uncertain. Meanwhile, Emeka was filled with guilt. He apologized again and again. He begged for forgiveness. And eventually, Chinedu said the words Emeka desperately wanted to hear. "I forgive you." But deep inside his heart, something dark had already begun to grow. Outwardly, everything seemed normal again. Chinedu and Emeka still talked. They still greeted each other like friends. But Chinedu's forgiveness was only a mask. Behind that mask was anger, pain, and bitterness. Every time he saw happy couples, every time he saw children playing, he remembered what he had lost. And in his heart, one thought continued to grow stronger: revenge. But Chinedu was patient. He decided to wait, not for days, not for months, but for years. 5 years passed. Life moved on in the village. Emeka believed the past had been forgotten, but Chinedu had not forgotten, not even for a single day. One evening, he approached Emeka with a smile. "Do you remember how we used to wrestle when we were young?" he asked. Emeka laughed. "Of course I remember. Those were good times." Then Chinedu said something that seemed harmless. "Let's play again, just for fun." Emeka agreed without hesitation. He had no idea what was coming. The two men stepped into an open field. At first it looked like harmless fun. They pushed each other. They laughed, just like the old days. But suddenly, everything changed. Chinedu became aggressive. His movements were no longer playful. His eyes were filled with anger. Then he shouted something that shocked Emeka. "Do you remember what you did to me 5 years ago?" Emeka froze. "I told you it was an accident," he said. But Chinedu was shaking with rage. "That accident destroyed my life," he yelled. "You took away my future. I waited 5 years for this moment." The fight quickly became serious. Villagers nearby rushed to separate them. An old man stepped forward and spoke calmly. "Revenge will not heal your pain," he said. "It will only create more suffering." Slowly, the anger in Chinedu's eyes began to fade. For the first time in 5 years, he broke down and cried. Sometimes life changes because of accidents. Sometimes people hurt us without meaning to. But holding on to hatred for years only destroys the person carrying it, because revenge may feel powerful, But forgiveness brings peace. And sometimes, letting go is the only way to truly heal. If you enjoy this story, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment your thoughts, and share.